Hello everybody and welcome to something that is a little bit different. Not an LP, not a video, not a gaming video, but just please bear with me on this one. I'm going to explain what it's all about, and I've got a script here to read from just to keep me on track, to ensure that I don't stray, and to hopefully ensure that this video comes in under 15 minutes. Right, so here goes nothing. In my last vlog I briefly touched on my experience with some impedance scales and the readings that they put out, and it was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek section really, it wasn't massively serious, but somebody commented on that video and kind of related to what I was saying in a roundabout way, in the fact that they were the same age. They too found it a bit of a challenge staying in the same kind of shape they used to be able to stay in due to the increase in age, and that got me to thinking that I would really like to undertake a fitness challenge to get myself into the best shape that I've been in for a long time. Now, I'm not in the worst condition that I've ever been in, by any stretch of the imagination. That was back in 2011 when I was in Rhodes, and I sat down after an evening meal, and when I sat down the button on my trousers burst off. True story. That moment was an eye-opening moment for me, and if you look at my video update videos from that time, you will see that I'm a bit more portly in my face and over the rest of my body too, which you couldn't see from the webcam. But that was an eye-opening moment for me, and from that moment I always have kept myself, worked myself hard. I was 15 stone 6 when that happened. I got down to 13 stone 3 within 3 months, and ever since then I fluctuated between 13 and 14 stone. That was the eye-opening moment. So I've never been, since that time, massively out of shape, but I've never quite reached the exact goals that I set myself because of the syndrome of that last hurdle. The last hurdle, the finish line's in sight, and therefore as it comes closer and closer you think, I'm almost there, I'll just take it a bit easier, I'm almost there, and then by the time you've taken it easy and taken it easy and taken it easy, you've lost the momentum, and you never have quite reached what you set yourself. So that is why I think that setting myself a fitness challenge and chronicling it is going to benefit me. Now I have an outcome that I want to achieve from this. I want to obviously shed a few more pounds. I want to just tone up a little bit more, and I want to be in the best physical condition in terms of my stamina and my sort of sharpness for football. Because I'm advancing in age and therefore there's a natural drop in performance because of that. So if I can offset that with an increased level of performance from being in the best shape that I can possibly be in, that should kind of ensure that I still maintain a high level of performance for the level that I play at. If you just look at the Leeds United team, Bielsa's taken over and he is fitness mad, and the team has been the fittest that they've ever been, the fittest team in the league, and it's no surprise that the correlation between that is that they're actually performing at a much higher level than they ever have. Yes, there's some technical aspects to it as well, but the fitness element is not to be overlooked, and that's the same kind of thing that I'm looking at a much lower level of football nonetheless. So what do I have in mind, and why this video, and what is this challenge all about? Well, I'm setting myself a challenge, a health and fitness challenge for the next 56 days, 8 weeks to be precise. I aim to blog every day. Don't worry, there will be literally 5 minutes or less daily vlogs giving you an update as to how I'm progressing in terms of what I'm eating and what I'm doing for fitness, and my progress in terms of what my goal is. And I'm doing that to ensure that I stick to the plan, stick to my working towards my goal. And the reason behind this is because I can't roleplay a character off camera anymore, because there's no one to roleplay to, there's no audience there. So when I roleplay a character in an LP, I stick with it from beginning to end, even if that beginning to end lasts 3 or 4 years, like Skyrim for instance. So I'm thinking the same kind of thing by actually chronicling on camera my personal fitness challenge and tracking it that way. I'm hoping that that will provide that extra impetus for me to take that final step over the finish line to actually achieve what I set out to achieve. That's the first reason that I'm doing this. The second reason involves you, and this is where hopefully now you will sort of tune in. What does it mean it involves me? Over the years, many people have commented that my LP videos have helped them in some way, whether it's de-stressing after a stressful situation, whether it's lifting you up in a time of sadness, whether you're just tired and you just want something to relax to on an evening after work. I've got comments stretching back many years from people who have made these kind of comments, and that is what I really, really enjoy most about doing what I do in terms of LPing. I never set out with that kind of mindset, but reading the comments over the years, that's become something that keeps me on track and is ensured that I continue to do this 9 years down the line. It's thinking about the way that I'm sort of providing entertainment for people, whatever circumstance you're in. So that is the kind of thing that I'm hoping I'm going to achieve with this. There are probably people out there watching who are in a similar situation to me, in that they want to achieve something in terms of health and fitness. You might want to shed a couple of pounds, drop a couple of dress sizes for a holiday, for an upcoming wedding or important event, or just for your own health and well-being. You might want to tone up, maybe even gain a bit of muscle, or you just might want to increase your general level of fitness. There's somebody out there, I imagine, watching this in that kind of situation, but you've just never quite gotten round to starting it yet. Well, now is your chance, because I'm inviting you to join me in a health and fitness challenge. At the end of this challenge, I want to achieve two things. I personally want to achieve my target of losing weight and doing what I've outlined, but more importantly than that, I want at the end of this for somebody to say, do you know what? I joined in your challenge. I did exactly what you said, set my goal, carried it through, and at the end of the 56-day period, or it might be 30 days, or whatever you set yourself, I've achieved what I set out to achieve. I've lost a stone. Can't believe it. Thank you. If I get something like that from this, at the end of this, I will consider it a massive, massive success. So that is the reason I'm doing this, for my benefit, but to try and provide you with the motivation to achieve your health and fitness goals too. So, how's this going to work? Well, first you need to set yourself a goal, clear and defined. Without a goal, you have no direction. Without an end point, where's your journey going to take you? Don't hesitate, do it now. WordPad, Microsoft Word, Google Sheet, get your pen and paper out if you're old school like me, and write down what it is you want to achieve. My personal goal is to lose 6 pounds. I think I can lose another 6 pounds and still be relatively healthy weight, just get rid of the last little bits of pockets of excess fat that I've supposedly got according to the impotence scales, and tone up a little bit more than I am. There's a little bit of extra toning that I can achieve, but more importantly, as I've said, I want to achieve an increased level of stamina and fitness and sharpness for football. So they are the sort of 3 goals for me. A little bit of weight loss, extra toning, increased stamina and performance at football. That's my goal. It's in my mind, it's concrete, I know what I want to achieve. And with you, do the same thing. Once you've got your goal in mind, what's next? You've got to set your plan up. What is your plan? What do you propose to do to reach that goal? This is how you're going to achieve that target. Now, I'm not a fitness guru, a doctor, a personal trainer, or a nutritionist. I'm not going to tell you what you should do, what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, how you should exercise. That's not what this is about. Just pick something that works for you. In general, the consensus is if you're trying to lose weight, which is what this is mainly geared towards, you've got to decrease the calories and you've got to increase the exercise. That's the general consensus. Now, I use MyFitnessPal, program my statistics into the app, put my age, height, weight, how much weight I want to lose and how quickly I want to lose it, and then it calculates how much net calories I can have per day. Net calories being calories in minus exercise. And my calorie target is 1700 calories. I also monitor my macros loosely to be 40% carbs, 40% proteins and 20% fats. It's a loose thing, just to ensure that I'm getting a bit of a balanced diet. And outside of that, I eat what I want. I don't work well with diets that say you can't have this, you can't have that. I eat what I want. If that's a chocolate bar, so be it. But I just factor it into my net calories and my macros. And that's my diet and how I watch what I eat. In terms of my exercise, I'm going to be completing the 8-week program of Insanity Max 30. Now, if you've not heard of it, Google it and watch it, because it is insane. It's what it says on the tin. It is an intense cardio-based workout with resistance workouts thrown in, and also some abs-based workouts. So you're getting an all-rounded workout, and it's high intensity. But you can modify it so that you're not doing quite so much high impact. Because I've got a bit of a dicky knee, so I don't do the jumps and things. I modify those. But it works for me. I don't do gyms. I do working out at home. It's convenient. I like to do to a DVD with music. I can't do monotonous running on a machine or running in the street, so this works for me, and that's why I'm doing it. And I aim to do 4 workouts from that Insanity set of CDs, 4 workouts per week, and on the other 3 days a week I play football. So essentially that's 7 days a week of exercise with no rest days, which is not good. You're supposed to have a day of rest, so I will factor in my days of rest when my body is telling me I need a day of rest. So that is my goal. That is my plan. Watching my calories through calorie counting through MyFitnessPal and a bit of macro work, and increasing my level of activity by 4 cardio intensity based workouts and football. And by keeping that up for a period of 8 weeks, I'm hoping that will be enough for me to reach my target weight and my target fitness level and target look in terms of my tone. So your job is to do exactly the same. Commit your plan to paper. Devise your own dietary plan. It might be calorie counting like me, it might be Weight Watchers, it might be Slimming World, it might be something else. But pick something that's going to work for you, because if it's not going to work for you, you're less likely to stick to it. Same with your exercise. Walk the dog more often, go for a walk after a meal in an evening, take up running, take up swimming, take up skipping, whatever it might be, whatever works for you in terms of increasing your level of exercise, do it. Now is the time to do it. No more procrastination. Let's get it done together. Progress. It's important to track your progress. Now, I personally weigh once a week on a Monday morning, get on the scales, see what they say, then I go to the mirror and I look at myself in the mirror. And that's generally what I do, nothing more than that. I know the scales don't always tell the truth. If you're putting a bit of muscle mass on, you might not notice a change in the scales because muscle weighs more than fat. And if you're shedding fat and putting muscle on, you might not notice too much change in the scales, so it can be disheartening. So I look at my own physique as well, and I can generally tell, you know what, scales haven't moved, but I'm looking a bit sharper today. So I use a combination of 2 things. You might want to measure your vital statistics, your waist, your hip, your chest, your upper arm, to see how your body might be changing outside of looking at the scales. I think a pretty good thing to do is put on a snug fitting top and a snug fitting pair of jeans or pair of trousers at the start, and then every week, once a week, put those same trousers and those same top on again and see if you can notice a difference. So hopefully it will become apparent that your top and bottoms are becoming looser and looser as you move along, and that provides in itself that extra bit of motivation to make you keep on keeping on. So that's just some little tips of how you can monitor your progress. Of course, there may be other ways too. Do what works for you. So hopefully by the end of all this, the end of the 56 days, the end of whatever your goal is, it might be just 30, whatever it is, hopefully you will have reached your target. Now, my vlogs will detail on a daily basis, in less than 5 minutes, don't worry, what I eat, which surely is worth a watch in itself, because I like my food. I may even give you some recipe ideas and stuff, along with any exercise that I've done, and then I'll give you the update as to whether or not I've reached my 1700 sort of macro level goal or not, as a way to check in with my progress. Also, in the description of each daily update, there will be a link to a little diary that I've got going on, which will track my progress over the long term. So feel free to check that out if you wish. And also, there will be on the Discord server a dedicated channel for this challenge, and in there I want it to be a place where you might just want to share meal ideas, you might want to share exercise routine ideas, you might just want to head over there when you're feeling like your motivation's a bit down and getting some moral support. Whatever it is, get over there and use it, you know. It'd be nice to see what people are going through, and hell, you might even want to put up your own progress because you're happy with it, or because you think like me, putting it up there is going to give you that impetus, knowing that people are looking at it or seeing it to get you over that line. So I'll create that. If nobody uses it, fine, but it's there as a place for discussion to take place, to try ultimately to help others reach their goals. So I think that's pretty much it. Are you going to join me? I sincerely hope so. Now I'm already on day 2, this is day 2, so after this video is going to be a very quick video detailing my day 1 results. In fact, no, I'll do it now. You know what, I'll just do it now, it'll just save me having to do 2 videos. So yesterday was Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, and I'm just now not prepared for this at all. Yesterday was Monday and I was at home, and I generally tend to work better at home when it comes to these kind of things. I kind of eat more unhealthy when I'm at work. It's probably the same for a lot of people. But if for breakfast, now we get into the best bit, the food bit. I had 2 large scrambled eggs on a brown bread cake from where I come from. Maybe a bap or a bar, or whatever you call it from where you're from. But 2 scrambled eggs on a brown bread cake with a bit of Lurpak butter on. You can't have dry toast. And I don't do low calorie spreads. And a cup of tea, a cup of Earl Grey with 1 sugar. And that weighed in at 390 calories. For lunch I had a bit of a mishmash lunch, but it was a healthy-ish lunch. I had 2 slices, about that big, of thick carved ham, proper thick meaty ham, none of that cheap spammy type stuff. 2 buttermilk chicken tenders from Marks and Spencer's, which are like little chicken selects you get at McDonald's, sort of breadcrumbed chicken, and some salad with a little bit of salad dressing on, about 15 grams of grated cheese, and I had to put 8, and I was precise with this, 8, which is half a portion, of paprika Pringles, just for a bit of crunch on the side. And that lunch weighed in at 462 calories. And then had my dinner, which was a chicken tikka stir fry from Marks and Spencer's. Again, guess where my mum went shopping last week. Served with high protein lentil noodles, half a pack. And that was a rather tasty dinner, weighing in at 664 calories. I had only 1 snack in the entire day. I don't tend to snack when I'm at home. I just have 3 square meals, and that's enough for me. I just had a cup of light Horlicks before bed to help me sleep, which it didn't do because it was scorching hot, with 1 teaspoon of sugar in. And of course I did my Insanity cardio challenge workout in 30-degree heat. It was tough, but I did really well. I was really pleased with my performance. I only stopped maybe about 3 or 4 times for no more than about 5 seconds each. I soldiered on through. The sweat was flying off me horrendously because of the absolute sweltering heat. It was like doing a workout in a sauna, but that's, you know, extra sweat that you get out there helps you. I've got a big mat, don't worry, it doesn't go flying all over the damn floor. And so overall I took in 1,697 calories over the course of the day in food. 400 calories was burnt off from my exercise. I have a heart rate monitor which I use occasionally, but I have done these exercises before, so I know roughly how much they burn. So my net calorie intake was 493 calories under the recommended 790 calorie net goal that I have for myself. So it was a very successful day. So yes, day 1, bing, is a green. My aim is to get, over the course of the next 56 days, no more than 10 red days where I go over my calorie. That's to account for times when you go out drinking with a mate, you know, maybe one week where I might be on a rest day and don't exercise, but I eat a little bit more than I should, you know, but no more than 10 red days over the course of the 56. And we're off to a green day to start with, so that's good. So tomorrow I'll be checking in with day 2's results. Let me know in the comments if you're following along. Head over to the Discord server. Let's do this together and see how we get along. So, until next time, see you soon.